배고파?
Smells so good. I'm gonna eat all of them.
Hi, I'm Nicola.
Hi, I'm Hugh.
And today we're going to talk about why mukbangs are popular in Korea.
Because we love food.
So mukbang's actually a Korean word, right?
Yeah.
So it comes from the word 먹다, to
Yes.
eat, and what is the other half of it?
Broadcast or show.
So that's the bang bit
Yeah.
of it.
방송.
So it literally translates as like eating show.
Eating show.
Eating
food show.
Something like that.
And like eating like broadcast. Something like that.
So mukbangs are really, really popular in Korea, and they're getting popular in other countries as well. So there's been a lot of articles about them. Like, why is this popular and why is it popular in Korea? But I feel like a lot of time Western journalists want to take a cultural thing and then just reduce it to one sentence. So I see a lot of articles that are like, oh, mukbangs are popular because so many Koreans live alone now and they feel lonely, so they watch somebody else eat. But that might be part of it, but it's not really getting to the cultural reason of why Koreans like it, right?
Yeah, that's part of the reason, but
Yeah.
like that's not whole reason why we are. You know.
Yeah, you can't reduce it to that.
Exactly.
There's also a misconception that mukbangs are like food eating competitions, like competitive eating where you have to eat copious amounts of food. And some people do, but that's not really the point of it, is it?
No. That's people just do. I mean, that's their talent. So people
Yeah.
want to see more how much they can eat.
Yeah.
But that's not a whole concept of mukbang.
Yeah.
Mukbang is just you just eat any food
On
like
camera.
chicken or
Yeah.
drink something like just do any other things like eating is like mukbang.
Yeah.
If you actually do live streaming or like filming or something.
Then it is a mukbang.
Yeah. So this is mukbang now.
So you are literally doing one now because you're going to start eating.
Yeah,
So
this is mukbang.
So I wanted to talk about some of the cultural reasons why Koreans really like watching people eat, because that's the reason why. I mean, that's the main reason of mukbangs, right? Is getting enjoyment from watching somebody eat, right?
Yeah.
And as a Westerner, I don't always enjoy that. I don't like hearing food sounds and I don't like watching people eat, but it's such a big thing in Korea. So if you turn the TV on, So if you turn the TV on in Korea, you're going to see so many TV shows that are showing people eating. Like, it will be kind of a cooking show, but then they show celebrities eating it, and they will have the camera right up to their mouth, and they will accentuate the sounds they are making because people want to hear it. Like what Hugh is doing. Did you just drink the kimchi, the mu kimchi radish juice? People want to sour. There's lemons in it. People want to see it, like the close-up of people's mouths eating and that, which you don't see in Western culture that much, I don't think. So what are some reasons why Koreans love watching people eat that much? Well, of course, there is the fact that Korea rapidly became a developed country, right?
Yes.
So you remember growing up in the 1980s and there not being that much meat, and you complaining about there being not much meat,
I
right?
complain a lot to my mom why there's no meat. I can't eat any food. I'm not like sheep or I'm. I wasn't really naughty.
What a naughty boy! But
how can I eat?
But it was literally because it was the 1980s and it was a lot poorer time, right?
Yeah.
And your parents really couldn't afford that much meat. And we've talked to your parents about when they grew up, and they said they ate meat about once a month or once every few months when they were growing up.
A few times a year.
A few times a year, like, which is mind-blowing when you consider how much meat there is in Korea now. And you can also see the difference with generations. So older people are so much smaller. And the young generation is just shooting up because the nutrition has changed in Korea so much. But you still have this culture of really enjoying people, like enjoying food, right?
Yeah, I think that's in our genetics.
Like how Korean mothers will make all this food and they won't eat much themselves, but they just want to see their children eat it.
Yeah, if you don't eat much and it's not tasty,
they will guilt
you need
trip
to eat a lot.
Yeah.
That's what my mom does. But I think so many parents, their moms
will do that. It's such a cultural thing.
And then like if you like mandarin, they'll buy box of the mandarin, so you have to eat all of them.
You should never say that you like something in Korea, like if you're with a host family or married into a Korean family, because they will get copious amounts of it for you. So I said I like mandu dumplings one time.
Yes.
They ordered a huge freezer box full of them, and I'm not like, I don't actually eat them that much
every
anymore.
night,
I'm so sick of
whole
it.
months you can eat mandu.
Mandu every single.
Good for you.
Yeah, so this enjoyment of watching people eat like ties into the culture. You had another story from when you were younger as well, what people would do if they didn't have enough money to buy lots of meat and stuff, or like lots of fish. What would they do?
I think that's not my time. Like it's like really old.
Before that.
Before that, like
yeah.
They just put the dried fish on the ceiling.
Yeah.
The top of the ceiling, and you just look at the dry fish, which is called like gulbi, and then you eat one scoop of rice and just look at the fish.
So people
and
feel
just
like they
imagine like, oh, I'm eating fish now. It's delicious.
Because when people don't have much food in Korea, the two things they eat are rice and kimchi, right?
Yes.
That is the basics. So you're saying people would, if they just had the one dried fish, they wouldn't eat it yet. They would save it for a special occasion, but look at it while they were eating. So these days, there's copious amounts of food in Korea. There's so much food everywhere. This was just literally delivered to our door. So we have like wedges and like the rice cakes and fried chicken, 2 types of fried chicken, and then the radish here. So we have so much food. A lot of the time people are on diets, right? You're supposed to be on a diet right now.
Yes.
So what I've noticed is that people who are on diets will maybe watch mukbangs and then they feel like they're full. And then also, like, so many of our friends are on diets, and when we go out, they'll be like, Nicola, what do you want to eat? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know, maybe this. And then they'll buy it for me and I'll be like, wait, aren't you eating too? They're like, no, I'm not going to eat, I'm on diet. I just want to watch you eat it. So many people have done that to me recently, and I feel like in Australia, if you go out with someone and they're not eating at all, it's like a little bit weird. But in Korea, people will watch you eat like that, and you will do that when you're sick and you're nauseous and you physically can't eat.
I told you, I think this one is delicious.
You should eat this one.
And then with that one will be the best. So you should eat this one as well. Nice.
This is such a bizarre thing to me, because when I'm sick, I do not want to see food. I do not want to see anybody eating. It sickens me. But when Hugh is sick, he wants me to do a personal mukbang for him. So I'll eat my dinner and he will sit there watching me and be like, okay, eat this one now. And I want you to eat this one now. So there's lots of reasons why people like mukbangs, but I think the main reason, the big reason, is the cultural reason of Korea has come through so many hard times and hardships, and there's been so many decades where people actually haven't had that much food. So much enjoyment is tied up in seeing somebody eat that, you know, Koreans really, really enjoy it. So that is the cultural aspect behind it, why people like it. And I think it's such a different thing to Australia. Like, in Korea, people are watching the TV shows, watching people eat a lot more. I feel like in Australia, it's more the cooking aspect. We want to see all the cooking stuff. So in Australia, the TV show, 99% of it is going to be showing this is how to cook it. And then the last percent of the show, the 1% will be people eating it. It'll be like the credits will be going up as people are eating it. But in Korea, it'll be like, oh, here's the cooking, and then here's 2 hours of people eating the food.
We
the
don't want to see
eating the food
all the time they are cooking. When they start eating, the show just starts.
That's when it starts for Koreans. Whereas like Australia, the credits are coming up. Like, we're done. We don't even care if they like the food or not. We just wanted to see the physical cooking like that. So that's a really big cultural difference.
And also, like, when you grow up in like countryside or even just normal Korean family, when the mom cook for their children, they always see, or even their grandmom, or like they always look at you and watching you. Oh, you are good, eating well.
You get compliments for eating.
Yes. So they give me compliments, so I which make me a lot. So
Make you feel better.
yeah, give me compliment.
Yeah.
Give me compliment.
Pretty much like that. Whereas in Australia, if somebody's watching you eat, you'd be like, what are you doing? Like,
Just
why
watching
are
you
you
eating.
watching? You got food on your face. Why are you watching
I just
me
left it for later.
So tell us in the comment section, is your country similar to Korea where people really enjoy watching people eat? Or is it more like Australia where actually the cooking is maybe what people enjoy more? We don't actually like hearing the food sounds or like seeing that much?
But you don't know if that food is delicious or not, right? You need to try. Someone need to try that one and then need to tell them like, this is so good.
And you want
Why?
the sound.
Because it's
Can you give me a good demonstration of how somebody does a mukbang really well?
I mean, usually mukbang people, they don't really say much things. They just eat
Yeah.
and answer some question. That's
Yeah.
it. And they are the best mukbang people.
That's why I feel like a lot of Western articles have really got this wrong, because if people were only doing it for the company, then there'd be much more of a conversation going, right? But a lot of like mukbang artists, it's just the eating that people are tuning in for.
이거 진짜 맛있네. 바삭바삭하고.
맛있다. We are actually going to eat this on camera, but we're going to do it on a live stream. But if you're watching this video now, you would have missed the live stream. So that's why you need to be subscribed to us to be able to see when our live streams are starting.
Yeah, and you need to click the bell button
the bell
so you'll
thingy.
get the notification
Yes.
when we start live streaming.
Yeah, so please subscribe to us if you haven't already. Check out the comics on the blog and the webtoons on
LINE Webtoon.
Yes, webtoons.com and all the
social media.
and we'll see you later. Bye.
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 Have some chicken.
Chicken, chips, dog, what else?
Ooh.